skate to begin, and then the announcement comes from the team that Jonathan Drouin is taking an indefinite leave of absence and is also being placed on LTIR. What was your take on how his teammates and coach reacted to the news?
Well, more than anything, you hope that Jonathan Drouin is okay. You hope that his family's okay. There's nothing that we know, and the Canadiens didn't lend to any speculation that's in the marketplace right now. They said they're sticking to the fact that they're going to respect his privacy. So are we. We're not going to speculate on what's up with Jonathan Drouin. All to say, it's been a tumultuous season. It's been a tumultuous time for Jonathan Drouin since he's been a Montreal Canadian, and we're just wishing him well.
So it's interesting. Dominic Ducharme said that I'm not looking at this as Drouin the hockey player, more so as him the person, but his absence does leave a hole in the roster. What does this mean for the team moving forward?
Yeah, Dominic Ducharme didn't want to speak about it, but we do have to talk about the implications here with Jonathan Drouin unavailable, with Paul Byron dealing with an injury and Thomas Tatar like a game-time decision here. It leaves Jake Evans and Cole Caulfield in those emergency recall positions. Caulfield practiced with Tyler Toffoli and Nick Suzuki. That could be a potent line against the Toronto Maple Leafs on Wednesday. And Michael Frolik could potentially draw into the lineup. Alex Romanov takes their last call-up, their last non-emergency call-up, and returns to the lineup against the Maple Leafs, most likely tonight.
And again, we have to reiterate, we don't know the reason behind this absence for Drouin, and it's none of our business. But it was interesting, Philippe Deneau talking this morning about what it's like being a francophone player playing in a market like this one. What were your thoughts on what he had to say?
My thoughts are when a player speaks out and says stuff like that, you have to listen to it. And it's nothing we don't know. It is enormous pressure for the players that are from here to play here. I think players in Toronto experience the same thing with their fan base and a media pressure that's kind of unrelenting. Obviously, you want to see the hometown guys do well, and when things don't go well, they hear about it. Even if they try to avoid it, they hear it at the supermarket, they hear it from their family, they have friends that tell them what is said about them, and you have to feel for them in those situations. And this team, it's only Jonathan Drouin and Phil Deneau who are from here. They have to deal with the media on a more frequent basis than the other players because they're French Canadian, they speak the language, and they have to appease the French media and the French population, the fans, so that people can hear what they have to say in their own language. And that burden can be tremendous, but more than anything, it's about the play on the ice. And you look at those two players, they've both had goal-scoring droughts this season. They've both bared the brunt of major criticism all over the place, and they're human beings. And I think, what Philippe Deneau was saying today is that for as hard as it is and as good as it is when you're winning in Montreal, it could be extremely difficult, and people need to understand that and empathize with it.
So amidst all of that, it was Ducharme who said this morning all he knows is that he's going to have 20 players dressed tonight prepared to go out and battle against a Toronto team who they will face 4 times over the remainder of the regular